Alright, quick update on Polkadot. So we are pushing out of this inverse head and shoulders that we talked about in our last video. Now it's been a little while since I covered it, so I didn't cover when we did make the breakout for this. But I did say that once we did break out of this inverse head and shoulders and back tested the resistance here, that I would be entering a trade on Polkadot. So I am currently in a very small trade. Do bear in mind, when I do trade altcoins on my channel, it is a very small amount of my portfolio. So all in all, I am still predicting this big move up to the 200-day moving average at the $29 region. When we predicted this, we were basically predicting 68-69% increase, and we only have another 38% to go, so we have increased approximately 22% already. This has been a pretty good trade, but yeah, all in all, I think we are going to push up strongly to the $29. Now, if we do look at this in the macro perspective, this is the #1 region where I'd say could be a little bit of trouble. This is the $23.60. Personally, I would be taking a very small amount of profit at this 618 region. Just because obviously we have gone up about 20% already. So, you know, for me personally, I'd be up about 34% by the time we do run into the 618. I personally do think we will manage to get above it, but just to be, obviously I'm a slightly conservative trader. If we do look at this on a more midterm fib though, you can see that this zone basically doesn't exist. So this is more of a macro level, and I don't think that we would get stuck at it, but I will just be taking a tiny bit of profit to kind of hedge my bet on this. I am not in Polkadot for the long term. This is a short-term trade that I am taking on my channel, but if you are taking this trade with me, if you are in a long-term fan of Polkadot, obviously congratulations. Since we've broken out of this inverse head and shoulders, it has been a very nice move. So that's pretty much all I see for Polkadot. There's really not many places where we can get stuck at. Like I said, on this midterm fib, there's really nowhere for us to worry about or get stuck at. But like I said, this very big macro fib, 2360, and yeah, I would be taking a tiny bit of profit there, but all in all, I do think we are going to continue pushing up strongly to the 200-day moving average at the $29. I do think once we do manage to flip this $23.70, that we definitely will, well, I don't want to say definitely, but in my opinion, it is very likely that we are going to have a big push up to the all-time high in the next couple of months. Obviously the all-time high is up here at $55. If we do look at this on a weekly time frame, you can see that the RSI and the money flow indicator on Polkadot have very nicely reset. So there is a lot of room to the upside, which is why I'm personally which is why I'm personally saying that I don't think that we are going to get stuck at this, you know, 2370, 2360. But, you know, just like I said, this will be up 35% by that time. I am happy to hedge a little bit of my profit out of the coin at which point. But obviously, if you are a hodler on this and you're just looking at this video for, you know, basic advice or basic, not advice, but a view of what I think is going to be happening in the charts. I do think we are going to slice through this 618 like butter. I do think we are going to head up to the 200-day at $29 very soon. I think this could be happening in the next week, the next 2 weeks for sure. But yeah, that's basically all I see. I think in a macro term, once we do manage to hop above this 2370, 2360, it's 2370 now, but let me see, how did I have it drawn before? So I must have had it drawn to this low here. Let me flatten this again. And yeah, well, I mean, it's 2380, so it is what it is. I must have had it drawn a little bit wonky before. But yeah, I think once we manage to get over 2380, 2386 to be specific, we are going to have a massive rally. And obviously we're already having that rally right now, but I think this is the macro level to keep your eyes on. If we do manage to break above 2385, then, you know, I think it's going to be very smooth sailings up to the $55. Personally, what I'd be looking for is something like this: a break above it, a push up, a retest of the 200-day moving average, and then I think slowly we accumulate to the upside until we get back to the all-time high of $55. So yeah, all in all, Polkadot looks pretty good right now. We have made a very nice trade so far on this 200 on this breakout of the inverse head and shoulders. So yeah, I think we're coming up to the 200-day moving average. Best of luck if you are holding this coin, and yeah, once again, none of this is financial advice, it's just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Cowboy out, peace.